Grandmaster, come again. See master, you come again. Grandmaster, you come again. See master, you come again. And I people were taken from Africa, down in the Caribbean, for they were born in Lincolnshire, on that slave ship. Grandmaster, you come again. See master, you come again. Grandmaster, you come again. See master, you come again.
It come from so far. We are Africa, so we are over here, sir. You understand? So coming from so far, it have to have a spiritual connection. Them really take I and I out of Africa, but them couldn't take Africa out of I and I said, you know?
The Nyahbinghi is thousands of years old. It's not a 100-year thing limited to Jamaica. If you will research Queen Muhumusa, who did not inaugurate but recalled the Nyahbinghi, like Haile Selassie also.
History of the Nyahbinghi comes from Queen Nyahbinghi, come from Kikezi, Uganda.
She was a great drummer, and she was a warrior queen. So, true, we use the drum, and we know that she was a great drummer. Play a drum for 4 or 5 hours at a time.
But the warrior queen, Nyahbinghi, is really where the idea came from. She was a warrior lady, you know. We do a lot of fight physically on the battlefield to protect the tradition of black people, not even Rastafari and all, you know, but black people. That lady, as far as I know, is the one that comes for equal rights and justice to everyone, you know. And I could have a tradition, you know, by the name of Nyahbinghi. Queen Nyahbinghi rise up against the colonial powers. She was a mistake. And it is said that she the defender of the poor and the oppressed. That's basically it. Just like Nyahbinghi order. Because in early Jamaica in 1920s, it was a colonial rule at that time. So Rastafari rise up through anti-colonial struggle of total oppression in the 1920s come right down to now. So we could easily identify with the struggles of Queen Nyahbinghi and relate it to Jamaica in that colonial era.
The Rastafari bridging them, so well, we use Nyahbinghi. At the time, they used to say Nyahbinghi means death to white oppressor. And after a while they changed it, the black and white oppressor.
In those days, Rastafari couldn't chant like here. It had to be in some deep bush. And it wasn't something built pretty like this. It was just a stick with a tarpaulin. But it was somewhere where you had to really walk and go.
There was no special place that we used to chant. All of us come together and one brethren would say, you know, I man can host the groundation of the gates.
You know, so the next bingy they out of pit 4, and you would tell him, and he would tell somebody else, and then we'd reason together and say, when we're going? So, well, it's Friday night, we're going, so where we're going to meet? All right, make we meet downtown at 4 o'clock, and we take a bus, and groups would go together.
I would just go there like 2 or 3 days before, I would just chuck up a thing, I would just chant.
So you would hear the drums from a distance, and you know, say, are we getting close?
every other parish, every other time, gathering time. So each parish would get a bingi this month, and whatever the month is, that will be a celebration month.
Have you ever heard 2,000 people singing? Okay. Well, that is how the Rastafari liberty was.
At night time, we'd go check Nyahbinghi, you know, and it was, you can't find words for that feeling, because it was totally different.
You get herb, food, care, advice, counsel, free heart.
It was so great that it was surprising. I never knew Rasta worship in such a holy manner.
It's like a spiritual blitz, you know, something you never encountered before. You encounter it for the first time. It's like a mind-blowing situation.
Of a mystical thing. It made me feel like I'm in the beginning of time again, you know, and it really took my mind off of the pressures of the world.
You know, we just sit here, you know, we just gone like for 3 days, you know, 4 days, you know, with the Nyahbinghi grounds, you know, and, you know, we eat, we sleep, you know, we're fresh there.
Really put my mind back in time where, you know, it's just about praising the Almighty and not so much caught up in the world. It's like a break from the world.
My first experience at Bingi was like similar to astral traveling. It's a vibration that brings you to a celestial height. You know, you see me? You see me? So it brings you to the pinnacle of your highest point of yourself, the highest point of your intelligence.
The drumming, the mood, the singing was nothing I've ever experienced before, and it has never left me. I have always said to myself that later on in life, I have to go settle back into some of that. You know, it's a spiritual inspiration that it needs the experience of every human being.
Many things. Nyahbinghi is really a university because you learn how to hunt in terms of going to get the firewood for the fire. You learn about preparation in terms of getting the grounds ready. You learn about family in terms of sharing. You learn about togetherness. You know, so you know, what Nyahbinghi can teach you is a movement of life.
So it's a self-building, more ironical, in tune with iration.
It's a spiritual vibe, you know, so it's a spiritual growth.
If you're a weak person, you can stay into a bingi. If you're not a spiritual person, because the fire key is there, it's a purging fire. So the bingi alone, you have a fire at the altar,